you are relieved. How do you form samskaras? How do you form impressions? Babaji Maharaj gives very beautiful examples. And he says when you are walking through a garden, you see a rose plant. It is about to bloom. You like that bud. It's blooming slowly. Every day you are attracted. Oh, it's such a lovely rose. Time comes when you feel like holding it in your hands and smell it. Time would come soon that you would feel like taking the whole plant to your home, say. This is how we get caught up in the world also. With every little thing. Either we are attracted or we are repelled. Either we like things or we dislike things. Under all situations, our heart is the one that reacts to such things. The reaction of the heart defines the nature of the person. Suppose if I play some music now, some of you may like it, some of you may not like it. If an artist presented here some sculpture, only one person may like it, the rest of them say, oh, I don't like this thing. Same thing about painting, same thing about perfume, same thing about clothing. It is our heart that reacts to it. There is nothing in the object. If I had nothing in myself to get attracted by, I will not be attracted to that object, no matter what. There is nothing in the object per se. It is my heart that is turning towards it or turning against it. In both situations, when we react with heart's involvement, then it forms impression. Suppose you like something, or at the same time you dislike something else. Both form the impression. When you like something, and the results are not according to your what we call reason for liking, and yet you are disappointed by the outcome of it. Why did I invest my energy in this object? And you start feeling guilty for paying too much attention to something that you like and something that would have been beneficial to you, but you disliked it. In both ways, you start feeling guilty. That I wasted time and I didn't pay attention here. And these are also, such sort of things create vibrations. And they settle down at some place in our heart region. But the origin of all this interaction has its basis in the field of our heart. This fistful of this heart. When we are attracted towards opposite sex, it sets in certain levels of vibrations. And these vibrations, they settle at the point B. That's why Babaji Maharaj, he recommended that we should clean this point to lighten ourselves from this burden of attraction. Worldly worries, struggle in day-to-day life, all this settle at point A. When all these three aspects, likes, dislikes, attraction towards opposite sex, and worldly worries, when they cross their limits, these impressions become heavier. And as long as these 3 points can bear, they'll continue to bear. The moment it becomes an overload, it evaporates to the next level. It affects the corresponding another layer. So you have multiple layers within the heart itself. And when all these layers are saturated, then the bhoga begins. Nature cannot tolerate. So I have given you enough of protection by giving you the cushions of these layers, cushions of these chakras, cushions offered by this protective mechanism. But when we overdo this, when we overindulge in our likes and dislikes, then we go through bhoga, actual bhoga in life. That is the reason why we have so much of enjoyment or so much of pleasure or so much of suffering. Because that particular samskara has now saturated the layer that would have protected my interests.